What's up, and welcome back to another edition of the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka Rgb. Having some technical difficulties with the intro music tonight, but we're just going to skip right over that and get into our sponsors. First, we're going to give a shout out to golfercbd.com. Make sure you guys check out golfercbd.com. Use promo code PPP10 to save yourself 10% at checkout. Golfercbd.com has a bunch of different options for you. They have the gummies. They have the recovery cream. They also have the performance cream and performance spray. Definitely go and check these guys out. This stuff is no joke. It's great for when you're out there on the course. Doesn't leave any sticky residue on your hands or anything like that. They're topicals. Really, the performance cream is where it's at for me personally. I know Hank and Steve and the boys, they like the gummies out there. So give them a look. Golfercbd.com, promo code PPP10 to save yourself 10% at checkout. Make sure you check out the topicals, though. They're truly a game changer with their patent delivery technology. Strokes ahead of the competition, delivering 10 times more CBD directly to the muscles and joints than your traditional balms and creams. The Golfer CBD topicals are easy to apply in the course, absorb quickly, don't leave any sticky residue, making it a perfect addition to every golfer's toolkit. So make sure you check out golfercbd.com. Promo code PPP10 to save yourself 10%. Locally here in the 518, 420 Bliss, located at 740 Hoosick Road in Troy, New York. Make sure you stop in there, check them out. Everything you're looking for, flowers, edibles, pre-rolls, vapes, tinctures. They got the drinks, you name it, they got it. So definitely check them out, 420-bliss.com. A delivery service is available as well. They're also in the App Store now. The app is just a little higher. Make sure you're looking at the 420 Bliss location on there. You can pre-order and also set up your delivery right on there. And then last but not least, we got Trouble Off the Tee, troubleofftetee.com. Promo code RGB for 15% off site-wide, as well as promo code PUFF to save yourself buy one, get one free on the polos. Take advantage of that deal. Something you're not going to beat. Troubleofftetee.com. Also, check out the audiobook. Author Marty Mended, narrated by Jake Adams from Country Club Adjacent. Marty did a really good job with this book. It's one of those books, stories that you're listening to because it's an audio. It is available, I believe, a paperback as well now. So it's one of those where you're going to keep riding around the block to finish the chapter. Tonight we're going to do a little preview. Might be a solo pod. Might have one of the boys jump on. We'll see. But going to take a quick break, and then we'll get right back into it. What's up? Welcome back to the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, a.k.a. RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. Just going to be a quick one, solo episode tonight. Going to get into this upcoming weekend a little bit. See what we got for groups. Got most of the boys are back this week. Hank will be back from his camping trip. Fairway's back. It was a little different out there last week without those guys. There are definitely some regulars. I think maybe Fairway's missed 1 week prior. Hank's missed 1 or 2 here and there with vacation and stuff. But for the most part, the majority of the guys have been there all season long. Parisi's really stepped up and filled in quite a bit this year. We've had a bunch of different guys out there this year, which has been pretty cool, getting some new faces to the Pitch Putt and Puff and the New York Legends Golf Club. So trying to build it slowly but surely. It's a process. It's definitely a process, but trying to give everybody experience to where they're playing with different people, not playing with the same people every week, so on and so forth. But this week we got myself. Let's see. Mikey will be back. Bob will be back. And then no JR this week. We got Brad, Fairway, Hank, Kevin, Parisi. Only got the 2 tee times this week. Big tournament going on Friday. Something else going on up there on Saturday. So take what we can get. I didn't really give them a heads up. I was looking for a third. Definitely could have added a few guys to the mix, but it is what it is for now. Going to try to do some different things in the next upcoming weeks with some scramble options. Play around from the senior tees just to shorten it up a little bit, see if that makes a difference for anybody. Just to do different things. Play a 4-man scramble from the blues, but we'll see what happens. Bad Brad jumping on here. What's up, Brad?
What's up, America? I'm here.
And there you made it. What a day, man! What a day! Long day, man. My phone's still blowing up. Love it. That's great. I'm not even getting into it yet. We'll see what happens in the next couple days here before we get into it. But I was just talking, man. I'm thinking about not this weekend in particular, but a couple weekends down the road. doing like us playing from the senior tees and then fairway moving up to like the reds. Maybe do like a 2-man scramble from there or like a Ryder Cup style. And then 1 week do a 4-man scramble from the blues and try to get like 3 or 4 tee times. We just might have to push back the tee time about a half hour or so. But it's
So you
doable.
want to just play up in a 2-man scramble and play a little closer.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. Yeah, you get a whole lot of birdie chances.
absolutely. Those par threes turn into legit par threes now too.
Yeah, no kidding. No,
Of
yeah, I
course,
mean, anything you ever want to do to switch it up a little bit, the guys always seem open to switch it up.
yeah, because I mean, it's fun doing it the way we do it all the time, but it's also cool to mix it up. And
Yeah.
I'm really trying, like, when I'm making the groupings, I've been going back and looking, like, all right, for example, like Parisi, Fairway, and Kev. I rotated those three in different carts for about 4 or 5 weeks, and I'm like, all right, I got to get you guys away from each other. And then Fairway shows up. He's like, Parisi, what? You don't want to fucking play with me, man?
Yeah.
Just like I played with you Friday, Sunday, and Friday. No, I don't want to play with you today. But
Yeah, Fairway Mike gets a little possessive sometimes with his playing partners.
he does. He loves it.
I was his number one for a little while.
Yep. And then I think it's Bub now. Bub's his guy. Bub and Hank are his guys to play with. I play with him all week, so I don't mind taking a break Sunday. We literally play Monday through Friday together, so taking a little break on Sunday is not bad. But last week was weird, man. We only had, maybe 5 of the original. We had 12 guys, but only 5 of them were original pitch putt puff guys.
Only 5 OGs.
Yep. Yo, and shout out to you, man, because Mikey showed me your text message. Yo, Pitch Putt and Puff's looking for some guys if you guys want to play. Dude's not even playing, and he's out there recruiting bodies for me, man. I appreciate that shit, dude.
Dude, it's the best tour around is the PPP. The
It's
best group
legit,
out there.
man. We're just out there to have fun, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. So, Brad, man, I'm going to ride with you this week, putting the groups together. I haven't played with you all year.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah, we haven't, I mean, I think we were in the same group once, but we haven't ridden together.
Yeah, I'm going to ride with you. I was just going to do it last week, but you had the tournament. How was the tournament with your old man? Was that where your pops?
Pretty hammered. It was a 6-hour scramble, 6 hours. It was 160 golfers at fairways of Half Moon. So I was pretty drunk by around hour 1. So my dad was like not talking to me by the end of the round. He left me there. I had to get him Uber home. He says he didn't leave me there, that I told him to leave.
Yeah.
It definitely happened because I was blacked out by
Jorge left your ass there. He said he could find his fucking own way home.
My mom says to me, she goes, "Did you have to play one more hole after it was all over after 6 hours?" And I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember him being pissed that I was playing a hole by myself. Like, yeah, I did that.
You just went and played one extra?
Yeah, after being out there for 6 hours, I don't remember doing it, but like you could see all the carts from across the course, like driving to the clubhouse. And I'm thinking, well, it's going to take a few minutes with the traffic. I might as well keep playing. I was drunk. So we had a good time, though. We had a great time, raising a little bit of money for breast cancer at a local YMCA.
Okay, cool. Dude, those charity tournaments are always the best, man. Giving back.
They were a lot of fun. We always have. My dad wasn't that mad at me, but
yeah,
he did leave me there.
They're always a good time. I got a tournament next weekend up at Freer, my first one up there in like 2 years. Like I always do the Impossible Pin 4-club tournament up there, but like a legit scramble. It's like my first one since pre-COVID, really. So I'm excited about it, man.
Actual scramble, and with some good golfers. Scrambles are fun. Charity ones are fun, but it's really fun when you're with a good group of golfers. When you actually have 2 or 3 good golfers with you. Like I was playing with my dad and 2 other guys that don't golf.
Right.
I was like the only golfer. But yeah, if you tough. Scramble at Freer with a good group, it's a lot of fun.
And especially like the guys I'm playing with. So it's me, Bub, Paul Sauls from our Friday Night League, and one other guy. I forget who he said. But Saulsy himself shoots 72 out there. And you don't even know it, dude. Like when you play with him, he'd be like, oh, par, bogey, birdie, par, bogey, birdie. And it's like he's just going to like just managing the course, making the smart plays, making the putts and shots you need to make around the green. And it's all the difference for him. Like we played 2 weeks ago, and he's like, oh, yeah, I think I shot a 7. I'm counting it up. I'm like, dude, 74. And like, you didn't even know it. Like if I shot a 74, I'd be shaking over my putts and everything else.
That's the thing with those scores is they're not going to duff any shots in the round. They're not going to spray one into the woods. So you don't see that shit. And all of a sudden they're shooting par. And you're like, yeah, he did just keep knocking the ball in the fairway and on the green, like into putting. Wow, it is pretty simple. But it ain't simple.
It's really nuts, man. So
So who else we got this weekend?
this weekend we got it's me, you, Bob, Fairway, Kev,
Oh,
Mikey.
geez.
Mikey's coming out this weekend, and
Okay.
then Hank and Parisi. So my plan with Mikey, man, because I don't know how much like of the tour he's really gonna do the rest of the way. So I'm pretty much gonna try to add 3 tee times every week and just incorporate because I have guys asking to play. Like I'm getting hit up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Do you have a spot for me this weekend? And obviously, I go through the you guys first, and if I don't hear back from people, I'm not like I said, I'm not really going to chase people. So if Mikey wants to play, I'll get him in. If the guys from the Helium Collective want to play, I'll get him in. Like I'm not, and I know a majority of the guys are going to play. Like, and if you're not playing, you tell me a week or two in advance. Listen, I'm going to Vegas this weekend. I got a tournament this weekend, so I
And I'm
know.
trying to deal with that shit. I try to be as responsive, and everybody that's listening to this, be responsive. Let Roger know if you can play or not fucking play. Just let him know.
Seriously, make it so much
He's
easier
gonna
for me,
quit
dude.
soon. He's gonna quit on us if you guys keep fucking jerking around with
Fuck.
teeth.
It's crazy, dude. But it's not, it's like it's really not that bad. Like it's a phone call to Josh. Hey, I might need an extra one this weekend. Even if I always tell him if you got to push us back a half hour, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So at the end of August, though, my birthday's at the end of August. Jay's early September. So we're gonna try to do something like that last weekend of August. Try to get like 5 or 6 tee times and do like a birthday bash for the both of us kind of thing.
All right.
But
I'm
yeah,
in.
Parisi's out there. Mikey got them introduced to Parisi last weekend. He
They probably
goes,
got along just. They probably got along great.
bro, we had it was me, Bub, it was me, Mikey, Bub, and Parisi. We had a fucking great time, dude. It
Yep,
really
they're
was
both
a
two
great
pieces
time.
of sandpaper rubbing together. Those two get along great.
And I warned him. I said, yo, this Parisi's a great dude, man. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. One of the funniest people you'll ever meet, but you'll never know what's gonna come out of his mouth.
So the ball buster. I
As
love
soon
it.
as as soon as the first hole we get to the green, he missed a putt, and one of those outlandish. I can't say it on here, but one of his outlandish comments come out, and Mikey looks at me and Bub like, "What did he just say?" I'm like, "Bro, all day long you're gonna get this." He's like, "Oh my god," but it's Parisi, man. That's what makes him Parisi.
And that's why I love the PPP guys. Like, we're family. We all have a great time out there playing on that tour. You know, I don't know these guys. Like
Yep.
it's cutthroat. They're fucking rule checking each other all fucking day, all
Mm-hmm.
freaking day long.
You can swear,
And
yeah, no problem.
so yeah, I mean, it's like playing with you guys on Sundays is just it's better golf.
It's a
More
better atmosphere because it's still competitive. You're still playing competitive golf. Like you want to win. You want to go out and shoot a great round. You want, you got a couple bucks up on it. Yeah, it's not $100, but we're $25 amongst friends. Like we're not looking to hit the jackpot. We're looking to have something to talk shit about for the week, kind of thing. And like adding the skins, I think is pretty cool this year because it's giving guys like Jay and Parisi and guys who are shooting low but not cashing out at the end, or at least keeping their money now or getting a
yeah.
couple bucks back.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
Keep changing it up here and there as long as we keep having fun.
Yep. But like I said, man, I got Farley wants to get back in it a little bit more. We had him out there last week. Elord made an appearance last week.
I heard Elord made an appearance this weekend. It's hard to get Eric Lord out on that course.
Dude, I texted him like, "Yo, what's the chances you want to play on Sunday?" He goes, "You know what? I'd love to play on Sunday." I'm like, "Oh shit, Elord's out there." But then I was like, "All right, who am I going to pair him with now?" Because we got such a random group of guys. So him and Charlie, I paired him up with Charlie because I figured they knew each other from growing up and shit, which they did. So I lucked out there. But who do you want to put in our group this week, Brad? Since you're on here, let's we can pick our own poison here.
Dude, I haven't.
Who haven't you played with yet?
I was just gonna say I haven't played with Big Steve this year.
Yeah, he's not in this week. He didn't get back to me, so I'm not like. There's one of the ones I'm not chasing.
I feel like I didn't even play with him
dude.
last year.
He hasn't played a lot, man. He's bailed a couple times late, like Saturday night. He's had a lot of other things going on. I don't know what's up with him. So I'm not. I played with him a couple weeks ago, and he was rambling on about everything under the sun. So I don't know where his mindset is right now. If he's 100% committed to golf, he doesn't even play a lot of golf. He played maybe 10 times all year.
Yeah, he's a bowler.
He's a bowler, and now I don't even know what the hell else he's doing. Darts or something. He's a character.
Oh, that's right. He is. He just trying to get some girls. He just wants to go where there's girls. There's no girls on the golf course.
I know, man.
I don't know if those bowling alley girls are any better.
I know, especially some of the bowling alleys he's probably frequenting.
Big Steve.
So our options are Bub, Mikey, Fairway, Hank, Kev, and Parisi.
I haven't played with Kevin. Have I played with Kevin? I think I just played with Parisi last time.
Okay.
Um, and Jay, I think it was me, Jay, Parisi, and I forget who I was
And
even with.
I think it was Bub,
Maybe. Yeah, I was
Bub and
riding with Jay.
Mikey. So let's see here. You played with Hank yet this year? Hank or Fairway?
I don't think so. Not I played with Fairway. I don't think I played with Hank.
All right, let's go. Let's go,
Love,
Hank.
love to get out there with Hank.
Yeah, Hank. We'll get Hank out there, and then we'll
We got to
throw
put.
Mike. We'll put Mikey in our group.
Yeah. Fair. Or,
Hank and
Mikey
Mikey.
Beard.
Let them
All right.
guys get to know each other a little bit. I mean, because Mikey kind of he knows Fairway from playing, but like I was talking about Mikey today because Kirk plays in his son plays in our Friday league now, and we were trying to figure out who's staying with who in Binghamton and shit. And he's like, "Wait, Mikey? It's his dad." He's like, "Who's Mikey? I know him." I had to show him a picture. He goes, "Oh yeah, I know him. I just don't remember." So that'd be a good way to let them guys get to know each other a little bit.
Hey, can you
Um,
guys get a ride for Dave Lord and Tom Ring out there to Binghamton, please? Somebody drive those guys out there.
yeah, I'll put him in Fairway's car.
They keep trying.
Fuck
They keep calling me to try to get me to go out there for the weekend. I'm not driving out there with you
no,
two.
man, that's a shitty ride, man. 3 hours just straight.
Get those guys a ride.
And then let's see, we'll go Fairway. Let's put Fairway. Ah, shit, who'd Bub play with last week? Bub was in the cart with Parisi. So let's go Fairway, Parisi. No, we'll go Fairway, Bub, Parisi, and Kev. Get those knuckleheads together. Because Kev was even like, yo, I will play with that kid every single time I'm on a golf course, man. That's what I want, though, dude. I want people to come out, like, not mind who they're getting in a cart with. Like, just show up, play golf. You don't have to worry about someone bitching. You don't have to worry about nothing. You're just literally going out there playing golf, busting balls, and trying to win a couple bucks.
Love
That's
this
all
group.
it is.
That's why I'm at this group. Doesn't matter who I'm playing with. We're having a great time.
Yeah, because we were talking about that the other night, man. Me and Mikey. Um, it's one of those things. Like the golf tour sounds like great. It's expensive as shit. So that's like a deterrent for me right off rip. Like you're gonna go, like pay I don't know average day tournament 150 right for the day. Like yeah, you got some skins in the pot and such, and but like you can go play around the golf for 65 and have the same amount of fun, and then make it. You can do things like we're doing to make it competitive. So there's other options. Like I get what they're doing. It gives you that professional feel. It gives you that tour feel. But sometimes you get those knuckleheads out there who aren't as good as they think they are. They're looking for their ball for a half hour. They're cheating on strokes and shit. Like you get those
Yeah,
guys. We've had them in the pitch putt and putt.
that tour is really for like the single handicap golfers, the
Yeah.
3 to 7, 10 handicaps like that want to go and play against guys that are that good.
Yep.
That's what the tour's for. Unfortunately for that tour, the biggest flight is the D flight, the 19 handicap and us, which is where I'm at. So that's where the most prize money is, and the most competition. But yeah, it's really for those guys that are actually really good. And those guys,
Mm-hmm.
they putt, man, they hit putts because you golf with them sometimes. You get matched up with some of those groups, and boy, those guys just hit putts. It's like watching TV. You
Yeah,
know,
because Adam, like I played with Adam a couple times, and like even watched him in the simulator, and the guy crushes the ball. He's very technical about everything he does. Like he's at a whole different level of the game than what I even know. Like you know what I mean? Like on the basketball court, I can break down a lot of shit. I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. So like my knowledge on the basketball court is like comparable to his knowledge on a golf course because he's been
yeah.
doing it for so long. You know what I mean? And like that's kind of how I look at it from my side of things. And I'm like, damn, like I'm so far away from what I need to know and what I'm doing to get to that level.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who had 4 hole-in-ones by the time he was like out of high school. I think he has
Yeah, that's
9 or something.
it's crazy, dude. It's so crazy. But like
It's
spinning the ball, like all that type of shit. He was even giving us tips at the simulator one time. Turn your hand this way. All of a sudden, my ball started going straight. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, those guys. And that's the other thing that is cool about that tour is you hang out with some because again, awesome guys. You have
Yep.
fun with those guys out on those trips, and they'll give you some tips like that. And so, but yeah, we got a good thing going with what we've got too.
Mm-hmm. No, what's cool too is know who played last weekend was Johnny Two Gloves. Johnny
John,
Blaze.
yeah,
Yeah.
J5.
J5 played. He had the two gloves on, so I was calling him Johnny Two Gloves all day.
Yeah, Johnny Resto.
Yeah,
That's what
man.
I mean. Like, yeah, you meet cool guys on that tour too. So it's like another family of golfers out there.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
He bailed us out last minute. We had a cancellation late, and he came through for us. Shout out to Johnny for that. It was cool. He had a couple birdies. He was out there playing pretty good. So he's
2
came a
years.
long way from the winter when I seen him at the simulator.
Two
And
years he's been golfing. 2 years.
yeah,
You know,
he's
probably
got a good
only
coach
good.
though.
Yeah, he's got a couple of them. But yeah,
Yep,
he's with Adam all the time. But that he's just an athlete, that kid.
yep,
We
yep.
went fishing. The kid caught a bass, and like we were out there for an hour. A kid caught a bass. It was like last weekend. You know, he does it all. He
It's
does it
sick.
all.
When's the last time you played Freer, man? You've been traveling all over doing about. You haven't been to Freer in a
It
bit,
was,
huh?
it was with you guys. It was a couple weekends, probably 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had the
shit.
charity tournament, then I played that tour the week before. I forget, yeah, but that 2 day thing. I don't know if Anthony told you that they had a guy playing in the tournament that wasn't on the live scoring. So I thought I had won the tournament and was protecting a lead for like 8 holes to find out I was losing by a stroke or two the entire time. I'm like, yeah,
Yo, because that's a whole different. He did tell me about it. It's a whole different way you're going to approach the game in that. And if you're opposed to being down and up a
yeah,
stroke, like
I
it's
had a 3-stroke lead with like 5 holes to go. Like, yeah, and I'm playing in the group with the guys chasing me. So not only it's not even I don't even need to watch the scoreboard. They're right here. I know how they're doing. I know this dude's in the woods. I know this guy just went in the water. So I'm laying up, like
yeah,
not
right.
knowing I'm behind by 2 this whole time. I'm like, this guy came up
Oh,
and started talking to me, like congratulating me on a good round and coming in second. And I'm just looking at him like, who are you? And
yeah. What are you
how did
talking
you get
about?
out before everybody else? And why aren't you on the scoreboard? I'm like, is this really happening? Did I really just lose this trophy?
On some
So
bullshit too. And that's the other thing. There's a couple bullshit scenarios that came across that we talked about that thing too. I mean, we have our bullshit issues. I think I resolved a lot of them by making some changes this past year and cutting some of the fat, we'll call it, um, with like
yeah,
cheating issues and scorecard issues and shit like that. We haven't had that luckily this year.
yeah.
Um, that's just a headache I don't want to deal with, unfortunately. Uh, but overall, man, this year's been a lot of fun so far. We're gonna start. So I was just over with Jay. We have the studio pretty much ready to rock. We have the layout anyway ready to rock. Just waiting on a couple things to come in.
The
We'll have
Heyman
that.
Studio at Pauling.
We're gonna have to rename it. I think, man. We want a fresh start. Unfortunately, the Heyman's the best name for it. I think. What new spot. So we're gonna come up with something different. I think we'll come up with something a little bit different. I'll have to get Fairway come up with something. He's always coming up with some type of nickname or something.
All right.
He was called, what he called me today? I was Laser Lips the one day, then I was Dickwad one day, and then Fuckface the other day. Every day it's a new nickname, and he just sticks with it for the day. All day, hey, Fuckface, your putter's over there. I'm like, all right, bro, damn, good to see you.
I don't
But
know how you do it every day, man. Bless you.
I took a couple. I've been stretching it out. I've been taking like Tuesdays off, Thursdays off, and I don't ever play Saturday. Saturday's family day, so I will be playing next Saturday because I have a tournament. But other than that, that's the only time I'll really play for a Saturday. But Brad,
Elord's trying to recruit me for a tournament at Freer Park tomorrow morning. Troy hockey one. You free?
dude, there's 150 people playing in that tournament.
Oh, really? I guess he had a few people bail out of his team. He's looking for people.
I'd have to go to work in about an hour. I could make it for him, but yeah,
9 a.m.
yeah, I can't do that. No, yeah, because I tried to get our early tea time before our league tomorrow, and I called Josh. I'm like, yo, there's no tea times available. Can I get out at like after the last group because we're playing the back for our league? He's like, Roger, I got like 150 golfers going out tomorrow. I'm like, all right, see you at 3 o'clock.
Damn.
I get it. He takes great care of me though, man. Like Fairway, he wasn't playing a little bit a couple weeks ago. It was just myself. I'd call him, hey, can I get out? He'd throw me with some of the most random people, but like he knows like my vibe, so he's put me with people that like I could hang with. Like one time I played with some high school kids, but they were like a great time. Like, know who's out there all the time and is pretty freaking good? Is Elord's son, dude. Little
Jack?
Jack. Dude, he was hitting the ball over the gully from the whites. Like he's a little kid, man. He was hitting the ball really well. I was
He's not, I
surprised.
mean, what is he, like 12?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Gotta be 12.
that's when we
Him,
started. He's been playing us all. Is he? All right, good. Good. I'd
him and his
love to play
buddies,
with him.
man. Him and his buddies are playing really like a couple of them were making it over. They got some. They're out there. They're the last group out. They go walk the front nine, man. It's cool because there's like two groups of them. I'm like, look at the little mini pitch putt, the future of the pitch putt and puff.
Yeah. Yeah, little Jack, he was hilarious, dude. When he was like 5 or 6, the car crew pulled up and he went and asked for ice cream when she said she didn't have ice cream, he was like crying, bawling, crying, walking back to the cart because there was no ice cream in the beverage car.
You ain't got no ice cream? What do you mean you ain't
He's
got
sitting
ice
there
cream?
eating potato chips, crying into them.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, why don't you have ice cream? There's kids out here.
No doubt. You better bring some ice cream. Shit. But hopefully the ice cream man's there Sunday when we're done. Always seems to leave by the time we're done. But yeah, Brad, we got me and you, Hank and Mikey this week. That's going to be an interesting little group. Always a good time. And then Fairway, Bub, Parisi, and Kev, man. I think this vibe of this weekend is going to be pretty good.
I'm
We're
trying to make
down.
some money this weekend, man. I've been getting screwed lately, so I'm trying to make some money.
Yeah, man. It's been a good bit. Bub's been on a hot streak. Fairway's coming off a three round winning streak. He missed last week, so he still got his little personal streak going.
Dude,
Bob's
Fairway
won like
he was a disaster for a little while earlier this summer. He's back on
yeah.
a plus side of things. Good.
He's been shooting in the low 80s, playing really well.
Okay, he's back. All right, good.
Parisi's lights out right now. He plays like shit every other day of the week except Sunday. Not shit, but he's in like the low 80s, low to mid 80s, and he pulls up on a Sunday with the 78, 79 lately.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he's not gonna duff shots. He's not gonna thin one or skull one. He just hits the golf ball.
Consistent. Bub Pryor won 7 of 10 weeks. Bub was on a streak, bro. He was just getting paired up with the right people every week.
Coming for you guys. Coming for these guys.
All right. I got a video of Fairway. I got to upload it to YouTube too because it was only uploaded like a minute and a half clip. But Fairway pretty much called everybody out last week, then had to bail after the video. I released the video, then he had to bail. So Fairway, I'm gonna re-release that video tomorrow, just to let everybody know that Fairway's coming for us, man. Fairway's coming. Right. Yeah, the trash talking's is picking up a little bit, which I like. So we might have to put some mics on some guys for Sunday on the 18th hole coming in.
Might have to get some side pots going if some guys want to start talking some cash.
Yeah, because we've been doing greenies. We've been doing greenies as well. So Fairway's been taking over greenies, and then some of us are even doing like a buck or two a hole on the side as well, just to make it a little bit more interesting too. So it's fun, man. We're just out there having fun.
We are, man.
I will be.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be a nice day. Also, we'll be bringing a couple samples from Jaunty that we recently got.
From who now? Who sent us those?
Jaunty. It's going to be one of our sponsors. We're going to they're going to hit us up with some samples. Going to do some reviews. I'm actually going to try to get the girls out on the course with us for a round. So.
All right. I'm a good sampler. I'll sample any of those things. So.
I got you, man. I got a couple of cards left too, so maybe we'll do it closest to the pin this weekend for some gummies or something.
I love it. All right, I can't wait to get out there.
Brad, appreciate you jumping on, man. I really do. I was gonna sit here and talk to myself for 10 minutes, but appreciate you hopping on, bro.
Man, you do a lot for the guys.
I appreciate you, man. I see you doing everything in the background, not looking for any acknowledgement for it, but I appreciate it, bro.
Love you, kid.
Love you too, brother. Talk to you soon. I'll see you Sunday, if not.
See you on Sunday.
Later, man. Shout out to my man Brad for jumping on. I really appreciate that. Recording a lot later than expected tonight. So getting any of the boys on was greatly appreciated because I definitely didn't have 10 minutes, 20 minutes to talk to myself. But before we wrap up, let's make sure we give a shout out to the sponsors, golfercbd.com. Make sure you check out golfercbd.com. Like I said prior, they have the gummies, the creams, they have the recovery cream, performance cream, as well as the performance spray. Golfers choose their essential gear like clubs, balls, and apparel based on perceived advantages to their game to ultimately save strokes. With these benefits, Golfer CBD is an essential part of a golfer's kit because it helps golfers maximize their most valuable tools, their bodies and mind. Check out the topicals. Like I said, the performance cream, I'm a big fan of. The boys are fans of the gummies. Take a couple of the gummies before they get out there. And, when you're a little sore, you pop on something. I have the recovery cream right here at the desk because I'm usually putting it on mid-podcast because my back or my knees are hurting. So definitely check these guys out, golfercbd.com, promo code PPP10 to save yourself 10% at checkout. Locally, make sure you check out 420 Bliss right here in Troy, 740 Hoosick Road in the Walmart Plaza. Also, you can go online, 420-bliss.com. I have a delivery service. You can pre-order, and you can check them out on the App Store at just a little higher. Make sure you're looking at the 420 Bliss location. You can set up all your delivery and pre-order options on there as well. Last but not least, we got Trouble Off the Tee, troubleoffthetee.com, promo code RGB, 15% off. site wide. Promo code PUFF for the buy one get one free on the polos. And make sure you check out the Audible book on available on Spotify and Audible. Author is Marty Minden, narrated by Jake Adams from Country Club Adjacent. So make sure you check that out. It is a great listen. Marty really did an awesome job with this book, and I can't wait to see what the second one brings. Hopefully out soon. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back on Monday with a recap show, followed up by a guest on Wednesday. Might drop a little extra bonus episode for you next week, so stay tuned, and we will catch you next week on Monday. Later.